Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cozy Acres. I've been away for the last 30 days due to my job, and the missus has been left to try to do the upkeep around here, and she's gotten as best as she could. So now it's time for me to do some of the more heavier chores. We've had a busted lawnmower for a while I was gone. I've gotten it fixed up, so I've put the deck unit back on to the lawnmower and get it cleaned up. We've got the arborist brought another 4 piles of wood chips that I need to get in the necessary areas. We got to mow and weed and do some pruning. I've got a couple of trees, fruit trees, that need to be pruned. It's almost a little past its time. I got some rhododendrons that were still in bloom before I left, so those need to be trimmed down. And then I got a beaver dam I gotta take out. Or it, I don't know which one it is, a female or a male. But anyhow, pretty much cleaned out of our trees. I lost the big eucalyptus that was behind me. That was our silver dollar eucalyptus. He took out our fruitless plum, took our ginkgo biloba, out. We lost our weeping cherry, we lost our weeping pussy willow, I lost 2 of our pear trees, we lost our witch hazel, lost both of our filberts. So yeah, we got hit pretty hard. Probably not going to replace any of those right at this time until I can get what we do have protected. I still have our apple trees are still here. I got a peach tree that's still left over, thank goodness. Looks like one of my olive trees I mentioned before was diseased. I think one is starting to come back. We lost, I think, the other one. So we're gonna have to do some cleaning and some maintenance and revitalization. As you can see, the yard is kind of a bit overgrown, but we're going to take care of that. So got a lot of videos coming up this coming week or 2. So I hope you enjoy, like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you wish. Meanwhile, I hope you enjoy the videos, and welcome again to Cozy Acres. So I'm going to go through all of the little areas that we're going to try to clean up in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going to take some time. They're all in pretty bad shape. This right here, I had planted a bunch of Pearly E. That's this flower right here, and I have them in a couple areas. We're going to clean all of this, get rid of all of the Himalayan blackberries, and try to rejuvenate this area, weed it, and we're probably going to move these out of the way and plant something different here. We're not real sure, but anyhow, this area definitely needs to be cleaned up. If you notice, all the way up here, and then as you go around and check out our driveway, this is another task that needs to be done. If you notice, they're all the way up. I need to weed eat all the way up both sides, trim all of this back this direction on both sides. I need to trim the butterfly bush, and there is a rhododendron right there that needs to be trimmed. This fir needs to be trimmed, and then I got to clean all of this area all out right over through here. And then here are the new piles of wood chips that were brought in, so we're going to have to end up finishing off over this direction here. As you can see, we started laying this stuff down right through here. I still got a little ways to go. A lot of this has got to flatten down. But anyhow, all of this needs to be mowed, trimmed, and weeded. And then again, like I said, most of this stuff right on through here, all the way this direction, is going to be wood chipped, and get this all settled down. We're going to make a parking space out of that area right in through here, right in through this area, for my vehicles, and get this driveway all cleaned up over through there. We got potatoes on these rows that are died off. I'm going to have to dig those out, weed it, and then rebuild these rows with wood chips all the way around and through here. And then this area is where we have the 3 oak leaves, 1, 2, and then there's another oak leaf. It's hard to tell right down through there. I also have a canis right there that needs to be weeded. There's also a lily of the valley bush, which is right here. I need to clean it all up. And then of course mow. And then mow some more over on this side, get this all cleaned up. You see where these 2 piles are, this one right here and this one right here, were both filberts. And as you can see, beaver. Get this all weeded down and weeded all the way across. We're gonna mow. The grandkids have got toys everywhere, so we're gonna, and then our dog decided to find every stuffed little toy that was laying around. Bluey is still a survivor. That's the newest eucalyptus. And what I'm gonna do is, it only costs, I think, like 20 bucks, 35 bucks for a new one. So I'll get another one. And right here is where Silver Dollar was. That was that eucalyptus. And it looks like that we might actually get this one to come back. As you can see down here, there's two little branches, actually 3. So I'm gonna have to board this guy up big time and try to get it to come back, or I may just put in another bluey and try to get it to come up. But gonna have to weed all of this. This is where some of the azaleas are. You got sage sitting right there, and then of course I'm gonna have to weed eat all of this on down through there. Over this direction, again, puppy dog and children. And then here, our calendula is doing absolutely wonderful. Don't have to do too much to it. The grapes are doing pretty good. We got grapes there and there. This is their first year in the new location, so nothing coming from them. They're just growing. The crab apples, managed to survive the beaver attack, which surprises me because that's the size of tree trunks that he's been eating down. The missus did get some wire around here for the moment, but this is going to come down, this canvas, and get this all cleaned up. I'm going to be doing that today. We do have we got some echinacea in there that we just got planted. Some more plants. I'll go back over all of these, and here and here the borage is coming. We got a couple more borages in there. We got a couple new salvias in there. I'm not sure all that she had bought, but we've got a couple new plants inside there. Back here, this orange one right there, that is a catmint, and it's coming back pretty good. We got some leftover lily that we need to pull out of there. And then the daylilies, I do believe, are still producing a little bit. The champagne currants, I'm going to need to pick all the rest of the fruit off of those. And then come this fall, do a topping on them and get them trimmed out. We got a lot of our chamomile is coming up. We haven't pruned from them or deadhead to get some of the chamomile to dry. We're just leaving it right now. I got so much more to go around here. Maggie is doing pretty good. The magnolia, she's looking all right. Over here, the fruit tree is doing not too bad. We got another currant over here. This is a black currant, and it needs to be the fruit needs to be taken off of it. That's the false indigo. Needs to be left alone. The for Cynthia, Probably this fall, I'm going to trim it down a little bit. I don't want to get it too crazy. We've got a lot of weeding to do through here, clean up. We got primroses that came up, which is pretty cool. That was a volunteer. And then the sweet peas are doing really well. The dragon plant, that one, we're going to end up moving them further back. So back here. So after I get done doing a lot of cleaning of the yard, this is a task that needs to be done. The pond is doing all right. I had to do some getting rid of some algae out of it. We have some new additions in there. There's some goldfish in there somewhere. We just went to the little pet store and got a bunch of feeder goldfish just for giggles. You can think of what I was about ready to say before that, but anyhow, just for fun. Don't have to do too much around and through here. It looks all pretty good. The blueberries are producing. We got some pretty good blueberries getting ready to do their thing. Well, they've been doing their thing. It's just almost time to. This one here is quite full. There's some big honeyberry is done. That back there is a beauty berry. All of this is all pretty settled pretty nicely. We will have to do some weeding. As you can see, there's spots everywhere that's got some leftover weeding that needs to be done. This peach tree survived. That plant right there is a yellow rhododendron. The beaver had taken out half of that, and then right below it, that was right there, used to be where a weeping cherry was, and it's no longer there, as you can see, which is a bummer. That one makes everybody here cry. Back here, we're gonna have to finish weeding. Back here, the figs are moving all right. I'm surprised the beaver didn't come after these. He's been hitting these fig trees now pretty much every year since we've had them. And his pathway is this way over right around that fence line right in through here. And then there's another pathway over here that he's been coming in. And then where this bench is, there was a weeping pussy willow right there, and it's now, as you can see, gone. He busted my brand new fuzzy kiwi. It's got some little spin-offs on it, so it'll return. His dam is right back behind there. There's a culvert back behind here, and he's got that dam covered up right in through there. So all of this is all backed up. I'll have to bust that through. And the service berry, we've got some service berries, and I already had a couple of them, and they were pretty good. The apple tree, I pruned it pretty heavy, but not heavy enough. As you can tell, it's well loaded. I'm gonna have to remember to prune them even more, but we got one apples down here, we got a couple apples down there, and then a couple more back there, and then these are loaded. But again, beaver did not get that area, so I'm happy. That one would really have made me cry on top of the losses that we've already incurred. The garden area right here, the annuals, we didn't get a whole lot of stuff put in this year. The spinach the kale obviously seeded, and you can see that. The potatoes are pretty much all done. The next set of potatoes in here is just now going. The peas didn't do so well. That's probably more to just not being able to get out here and get them watered and get them picked. But in actuality, I'll probably just take the peas that are on here. These pods are fairly large, so I'm probably gonna save those and just use them to plant out for next season, and just use them as my seeding peas. Right here, I'm surprised they didn't beat it up too bad. This here is a pawpaw. It's still, I don't know, something's ate it, which doesn't surprise me. I'm gonna have to find a new spot for that before Beaver decides to get it as well. Our comfrey is doing pretty good. It's time to do some more harvesting in through there. We got another currant that's doing all right there. This right here is the butterfly bush. And then we have another one sitting right here that's doing really well. And then down here, we got this right here is a blue elderberry. And it seems to be doing pretty good. And then another currant right through there. Here, this made me cry, as you can see right there. And the other one is, I think, right there. Those were 2 pear trees. And then, as you can see right there, he ate half of that red currants. Although we do have red currants on here. The garlic has been all picked already. So I need to weed all of that out and get it cleaned up. The gooseberries, which are back here. I don't know if you can see that very well. But there are gooseberries that need to be picked, so we'll get that done and get it cleaned up. And then on this side, this is the cardoons are getting ready to do their blossoming. Those are going to be real pretty, but I need to get this all of this area wood chipped up and get it cleaned up. And then back behind here is hard to tell, but this right back behind there, and this right here is a lilac, and I need to get it cleaned up and ready. And then of course we got another black huckleberry right there. Excuse me, elderberry. And then get this all cleaned up. This right here I'm really happy with, and it's doing pretty good. But that is the Granny Smith. And if you guys remember, I cut this back to 2 branches. One right here on this lower one, and then I bent this top one on around. I'm gonna have to tie this top up here and get it tied so that way it can continue on. And then all of those verticals, all these verticals need to come out, okay? So all of that needs to be pruned. I'll cut all of that back so that way it can start developing fruit spurs. And then right here is the Spitzenberg. Again, all of this is going to be cut down. I do not want it that high, so all of that vertical is going to get chopped off. This should have been done earlier this month, usually around about the 1st of July. First week of July is when I go and cut these verticals. And that's just to keep it the size. I don't want it to get too high. So that just regulates the size. This olive tree is probably gone. I'm gonna let it go through the winter and probably dig it out. The one beside it, this one is starting to shoot off a lot new shoots, plus it's also flowering. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. These scuppernongs and muscadines are doing all right. The furthest one back is bearing some fruit on it. So if you see here, there might be something come out of this. I'm not sure. Anyhow, everything back here doesn't look too bad, and you're going to have to do some weeding back there. Clematis is done. That's the star jasmine, and it has some flowers starting on it as well. So that's kind of cool. This one is not as fragrant as a regular jasmine, which, as you can tell right there, this is all jasmine right in through here, this whole stack. I got some pruning to do on this cherry tree and plum tree. and get rid of some of these verticals. And then up here at the top, I might top some of that off a little bit and keep it so it doesn't get any taller than that. And then on through, the pineapple sage is coming along. It grows and then it'll start to bloom its red tassels towards the fall. So I'd expect September or October. Yeah, October, November, December is usually when this starts throwing its tassels up and blooming. Our bicolored hybrid dahlia, it got attacked, but it's starting to do some blooms. Hopefully it'll start really getting heavy here pretty soon. We got some bee balm that we just put in there and then back there also. The lilies are all doing pretty good. And then this right here is Big O, eucalyptus. It's filling in pretty nicely. So we'll get some good cuttings off of it this fall, late fall. Maybe even wait until spring on this. Give it some time to really thicken up quite well. So yeah, we have a bit of chores to do around here, and this is the walkthrough. Of what we've got to look forward to today and the following week. On the other side of the property over here, as you can see, it's risen quite a bit. Obviously, that's what beavers like, and that's the reason they do it. It's not flowing as well, and it's it's risen up quite a bit. We do have some hydrangeas that are blooming over here. This one and that one. Nico, way back in the back, I'll walk over there and show you, is blooming. So this whole area here, I'm going to remove all of these irises yet again. We're just going to pull them out of here altogether within the next week or two. They haven't bloomed. They're not really going to develop anymore. And as I can see from here, there is this is the problem that we have with them in this location. They love it, and unfortunately they've wiped out probably 80% of the foliage off of all of the irises that are here. And then of course on top of that, weeding needs to be done. This rhododendron is going to get trimmed up about that far. And you see how this one is. I'm going to try to keep the levels on both of those the same. And then of course that one back here also is going to get lifted a heavy amount. Those are the three that were blooming before I left. And now that they're done blooming, I'm a little late, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. They should be fine. We got some cleanup back here. I got to mow and clean up. We do have some of these azaleas that are managing to stay alive. And once I get these rhododendrons cleared, the sun will hit them more, so they'll start to do a lot better after that. We have another azalea right there, and then we have a white azalea right here. This is going to get cut back, and you can see it shadows. We used to have azaleas in there as well, but they didn't survive. So as this is what I want. I'm trying to promote growth back here and up, and as that continues to grow and gets better, the more I'll cut all of this. So it's a process. Of course, mow. We got to mow, obviously. It's a bit of a wreck around here. We got an azalea here that is struggling. We'll get it cleaned up. And then a couple of weeks back, I filmed myself and the granddaughter. We're out here cutting these, so I need to clean this mess up. But that is the rhododendron that we back lifted and moved back. So I'll clean this mess up, get it all mowed, clean the salmon berries out, or at least get them from this area right in through here, and then get this all mowed. We have the pistachio right here, and it's not quite, well, it started. We got some blossoms on there, but it's still a little shy. We have another Nico right there. This one right here is a City Limits that has returned. It's probably just going to grow this year, and then hopefully next year we'll get some blooms off of it. Excuse me. And then of course this Nico, this is supposed to be a rather smaller plant, but it seems to like it here. This thing is 7 feet tall, and it's probably 8 feet wide. We let it go. We just go through and trim all of the buds early spring, and deadhead it and let it go. I do try to keep the underneath lifted up a little bit, so that way it just gets pruned. Just to say it gets pruned. I wouldn't say it does much else for it other than make it easier for me to get the lawnmower through here. This made all of us cry. This was just starting to turn out to be pretty and large. This is the witch hazel, and Beaver had a field day. It just makes us cry. But it is what it is. When you're planting stuff right next to a creek that has wildlife in it, that's what happens. Unless you get it protected. I tried to protect that one, but that's where the cherry was, weeping cherry. I don't know if it's going to come back or not. We'll see. I doubt it. I'll probably have to replace it, but if I do, it's not going to be here that I do it and put it. He also got this one right here. This is the other half to this rhododendron, and that's a yellow rhododendron there. And this here is a I-K, I think it's spelled A-E. It struggles over here, so I may end up digging this one up and moving it to a better location. And on down here, if you look right back around this corner, that is where the beaver has made its dam at. I'm going to have to break that down. There's a culvert there that goes out towards the Pacific Ocean, and this heads out that way and feeds the ocean a little bit. But anyways, there's the rest of the back view of the yard and what it looks like and the progress we need to make. Anyhow, so there's the walk through, as much as it is. It looks a little messy right now. Granted, it is a mess, and we're here to get it all picked up and get cleaned up and back into order and back into shape. Otherwise, it's going to look like that. Nice, beautiful forest. Right? Anyhow, so on we go. And our puppy. How about a little Jasmine for everybody? Taking a nice, beautiful dust bath. She's going to need another cleaning. Huh, Jasmine? All right, folks. I'm going to stop it right here and get ready for the putting the deck on and pressing on for the day. All right, look at, look at. All right, folks, that's that. Let's move on to doing the chore now. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cozy Acres. Well, I didn't get a chance to finish off the day with the ending part of the video. So this morning, I am going to give you an overview of what we did. So as you can see behind me, I finally got to mow it, did some trimming on it, and got it pretty much cleaned up. It's not looking too bad right at this moment. This back here, I'll still have to work on some more of this, but that's not important right now. Majority of it is that I get all of this area completely cleaned up. Those are all of our new piles of wood chips. So I'll have to start working on some of that. But anyhow, yeah, we got it cleaned up pretty good. Looks like a yard and looks like somebody lives here again, which is a good thing. And some of the other areas that we did were back around the corner here on the other side of the creek. Excuse me. But we got this all cleaned up. A lot of this area and through here we got finished off. So a lot of all of this is all cleaned up now. It's mowed. I still have to dump the wheelbarrow out, and all of this area right in through here I'm gonna have to hand weed. I already weeded some of it, but we still got more to do. There are azaleas inside there that I need to clean up and get back going. There used to be a eucalyptus right in here, and Beaver got it. I do have Bluey, which is still here, and she's down here somewhere. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, I think right there is Bluey, which is yet another eucalyptus. But we got that one all sorted out and try to get it protected. And then across the way, over here on the creek side, we got almost all of this right in through here cleaned up. I still got it. This is where all the irises are, and I don't know if I can. There we go. Got that all cleaned up, back up and through here and all the way around. And then this area is all pretty much all cleaned up already. But and then on this side, as you can see, we started mowing over here and weed eating and trimming. So that's all done. We got that cleaned up. And then here in the small section of the yard where most everything is happening at right at this moment, we have gotten it all cleaned up. So now, yay, looks like somebody lives here again. And the calendula, the missus got done pruning half of the taking the flowers off of half of the calendula. So as you can see, it's still pretty wide, and still a lot left over. The rest of this, let's see here. Did some cleaning down there. But anyhow, yeah. Garden is looking good again. Well, the grass is mowed. Let's put it that way. We still got a lot of weed eating to do, and it's a lot of cleaning. On this side over here, I got trees to prune. Over here, the apples. So anyhow, this is the end of the video for yesterday, and we'll start up for what we do today. But until then, you guys have a beautiful day, and we'll get back with you. Like, subscribe, and comment if you wish. Enjoy.